Good evening, Rocket League fans. Welcome to Minor League
And
Doubles.
There's still a big chance here for anyone to take this in regulation, and this is
No!
Net. 10 seconds are gone in the ball.
With both members of Orange out of net right now, towards the net. This is a need. Numerics puts it in. This game's not over yet.
Bring out your predictions. Bring out your scores. Let's see where we go. Game 7. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Fridge in position. Scores.
Just an insane series.
I just typed in chat. I can feel my heartbeat. It's so tense.
What a series.
MLE Network fans, apologies for my tardiness. I was helping my mother figure out how to run Ethernet cables, and now I've returned for more MLD action. It's the Arctic Division, the Puffins, and the Blizzard. Jay, thoughts?
Well, I would have to say that the stadium probably favors both these teams, both of them out of the Arctic Division. But the Blizzard probably a little bit more so, as, you know, it is their element. It's snow. Also, the fact that
Rigged.
they are sitting second in the division and the Puffins have been struggling week on week. They got a series win last week. They finally bumped the slump, but you and I have seen a number of series for them over the course of the season where they just could not find a way to win games, let alone series.
Yeah, we were talking to Cloudfuel the past few weeks, and he's been like, I don't know how they always end up on stream, but it definitely feels like we have seen the Puffins a lot here on the MLD network, and like we've said it a few times before. You said it best. They find a way to snatch defeat from victory, and it's really just been an issue of them closing out games. They don't have problems really clearing the ball, managing their boost. It's all of an acceptable caliber. It's just when they get ahead, a switch goes off and down, dead, done.
Yeah, it's not even just tilt, just they switch off literally and they let in ugly goals and it just snowballs against them. It's, you know, hopefully they've got it sorted out. Now is the time when they need to win games. They need to win out the season to have a hope at making themselves into the playoff spot, as that blue conference wildcard is just a logjam of teams in the 25 win ratio. So they need every win that they can get. They need them now, and it starts here. Utopia Coliseum, the snow edition. The Blizzard and the Puffins getting into teams as we speak.
Yeah, and taking a look at the numbers, they're actually fairly similar. The Blizzard ahead in more of the other categories by a small margin, 15 to 20-ish. Each, so the goal slightly ahead, the assists a little bit better. Take a very minuscule amount more shots, but overall, this has the potential to be a close game. It just depends on what version of the Puffins we see.
It'll start off early here. As long as they can keep the Blizzard out of their end and really get some quality touches, they'll probably be okay, as a lot of the Blizzard offense lives and dies through Manatee.
Kyle missed clear. Cloudfuel giving them nice early pressure, not letting them get away with anything for free. Amazing, I know. Had a few talks with the Puffins a few weeks ago about what I thought these guys needed to work on. And one of the big things that I told them to look at was their boost pad management, as they didn't have that sort of mental imaging of the map, and it'll be curious to see, now that they've had plenty of weeks to go on off of that information, how much it's improved here. Amazing missing a shot at the net there. Kyle the Murphy now. Out towards the side. Kept away by Kyle. Returned immediately by Amazing. Cloud up too early. A little bit too close. Amazing racing back to net. Clutch save. Tough play to be made and a great bailout from Amazing.
Really well done to get across low to the post. Knows that that's about the only place that shot can go, given the run of the ball there. Just does well to get the Octane in front of that and keep the game tied, at 0-0.
Kyle the Murphy, plenty of space to work with here out of his own half. Tries to put things over into the neutral game. Cloud going to cut off Amazing here on the half rotate. Get things pushed right back into the Blizzard corner. Amazing racing forward, trying to keep the pressure up. Fairly even between these two teams to start things off, for sure. nobody really able to generate any particular amount of pressure or boost control throughout the entire map. This is one of the most meat and potatoes games of Rocket League, apart from the save from Jeremazing, I think I've seen in a while here in the MLD.
Yeah, a lot of just back and forth. Decent contact on the ball both ways. Not a ton of glaring misses until that one as Kyle Murphy leaves one hanging for Jeremazing, and Manatee forced into a very good save.
Cloud Fuel, hard off the back wall, misclear, chance for Jeremazing, placement so important, and gets a helping hand from a Blizzard member, and the first one over to the Puffins.
Cloud doing a very good job to maintain possession there, gets it off that little seam between the defenders. Looked like a bit of a missed shot there, and ooh, unfortunate for Kyle Murphy, hitting Manatee with the shot as Jeremazing, and it just redirects it right around him.
Tough break indeed, but Puffins do strike first. They are sitting in third place currently in the Arctic Division. They are 13 and 22. The Wolves below them at 17 and 8. The Blizzard at 16 and 19. And one game ahead of the Blizzard are the Foxes at 17 and 18, unless that needs to be updated, so that could be wrong.
I think you read the Wolves one wrong. They are 7 and 28, and with the forfeit earlier today,
that hasn't been updated.
They are now at 7 and 33. So the Wolves very firmly entrenched at the bottom of the table.
Feels bad, man, to be a Wolf. It's a hungry, hungry winter, because we know that right after this match, Jay, winter has finally arrived.
Okay.
Yes, I did just plug Game of Thrones in my Rocket League cast. Get over it.
We're not sponsored by HBO, Chiefs. We're not getting paid for this.
Not yet. Manatee off the back wall. No problem here. Jeremazing able to find a second touch. Manatee, I thought, was going to win that challenge fair and square. Second surprise hit from the Octane. Like you said, very tough to get around the Octanes out of the midfield. They're just so tall. Kyle Murphy trying to keep things over on this Puffins half. Manatee rifled left side. Cloud Fuel off the back end. There will be a long clear downfield. Should be no problem for Jeremazing. Actually, nowhere to be found, and it will be Cloud Fuel all the way from end to end.
Good car control by Cloud Fuel. Gets that one a little bit of a pinch with Manatee there, according to the replay. As Manatee flips outside, nobody left to cut that ball off, and Cloud Fuel just gets it right in. And it's a 2-goal lead for the Puffins here. Off to a good start here in Game 1.
Kickoff in favor of the Blizzard as Manatee wins the challenge of an oncoming Jeremazing. Pass off the back wall. That's a great 1-2 touch, and it will just as well find the back of the net. A beautiful setup by Kyle and a strong finish.
Very good pass by Kyle there, just chipping Cloud Fuel at a great angle there. Cloud diving into the corner, not really reading the passing play, and Jeremazing unfortunately can't get to the back post in time, and that lead that they staked themselves to now cut back down to just a single goal.
Manatee now. Back wall, not back wall, my goodness. Side wall, and actually a chance here for the Puffins to get their lead up to 2 would be a huge insurance goal, and Manatee just able to make it back in time. Tough play to have to make. Not an easy one for sure on the long rotate back, and you're at an awkward angle on the same side of the ball. And able to keep the deficit at 1 from the Blizzard so well. Manatee out towards his own half. Really a lot of physical play from Cloud Fuel, not letting them move out of their own side of the pitch for free, and all that does is waste those precious seconds. Sits one on a platter, and Jeremazing hung out to dry, comes up big.
Really good reaction save by Jeremazing, just getting a little piece of that Octane on the ball, enough to get it around out to the sideboards here. A bit of a double commit as Cloud and Jeremazing come together. They've got to iron that out, because if they don't and they misplay that ball, it's a goal and they're facing overtime. Instead, they get the win.
The series starts off well for the Puffins. We've harped about it enough throughout the season. Like, gosh, when are you guys finally going to win? And they come up big here in Game 1. A couple of chances for the Blizzard to get right back into it, but the defense standing tall this time around for the Puffins. They come up with the first goal in the game, able to hang on to that lead. They'll move into Game 2. They went 2 for 3 on their shots, so well done.
Yeah, they, more importantly, held the Blizzard to a single goal, 5 shots out of Manatee, all of the offense coming from the Sea Cow himself. as the Blizzard just not quite able to spread that around and really generate quality chances against the Puffins defense, which looked a lot more disciplined than they have in past weeks.
Yeah, for sure. But as we move on into game number 2, we'll have to see if that shooting percentage for the Blizzard able to go up. If I take a quick little gander, the Blizzard on the season so far with a shooting percentage, 43.26% off of 215 shots. So not half bad, but kept pretty much dead silent there, only to shoot 20%, 1 for 5 in game number 1 here, this set of 5. Cloud Fuel off the corner again, hanging Jeremazing out to dry, and what a save, my goodness. I mean, it's a tough play for Cloud, it's just the bounce didn't really help him.
No, but Jeremazing doing a very good job with these reactionary saves. Has come up big twice now, 3 times really, actually, between the 2 games so far in this series, keeping that net clear, and just doing enough to lip that one in as the Blizzard get caught in transition.
Yeah, doing a nice job making sure to control the boost on the midfield. Big missed clear, and you'd like the finish to be a bit more mechanically sound, but, you know, you'll take what you can get.
As long as the ball goes over the line and explodes, who cares?
Who cares is right. Manatee slowly edging up. Kyle has no boost as he was the one going for the kickoff here. Actually, Chance once again, one-on-one. Huge blast off the back wall and pushed all the way down into the Blizzard end. Sea Cow would love to have that one back.
Yeah, and Cloud actually making matters worse for the Puffins defense. Bullied his own teammate Jeremazing right out of the way. See the sorry thrown out in chat, but they don't get burned as Manatee not able to keep the shot under control.
Jeremazing not able to win the challenge. Cloud Fuel very patient. Ball was wide, so no save really necessary, but a second effort will be required. Jeremazing feels backflip. It lofts right into the top center.
Cloud Fuel's mechanics on this play are really what lets him down. You see him pre-jump and then side flip at the ball. Not a great idea with that one. Keep yourself under control. Bring the ball down close to you. If you have to take a 50, that's fine. But when you flip at it, your animation prevents you from recovering easily, and you often give up possession.
But Cloud was also really close. If you notice that second effort jump, he pressed the A button just a few pixels too early before all 4 wheels really got back onto the ground. That's what happens when you see that little half jump and one end of your car goes up and the other stays flat. It's Jeremazing, perhaps an unintentional back pass, but it will work out beautifully. Problem being, Cloud Fuel over on the side of the pitch here doesn't have any boost to work with and will take the corner boost and rotate right out. Big missed clear from Manatee. Hard bounce off the back wall. Wants the demo. Cloud, the bully, blasted off the back wall. Jeremazing is upset as they will get countered.
You have to make these shots count. He had all the time in the world with the demo to just bring it under control and drive it into the net. Instead, he slams it off the backboard, and Manatee, with a great half flip to recover, drives it into an empty Puffins goal.
Jeremazing telling Fridge to give him his controller. Clearly the reason he missed that shot, Kappa. It's Cloud Fuel. Wants the back pass. Great possession-based play. Jeremazing all the way back on their own half. Unfortunately, hands it right back. Kyle and Murphy on that Mantis. So long, so tough to get through. Cloud Fuel, tough save, follow through. Kept out. Jeremazing on the recovery effort. As we approach halftime here in game number 2, it's really now a matter of how well the Puffins can rally. They have certainly had their chances here, and this is really one of those situations that we put the Puffins in all season long. They dug themselves into this hole. It's just a matter of can they dig themselves out.
Well, they were playing perfectly fine up until a couple of moments of madness in the last minute or so of this game. And if they can get back to their fundamentals, if they can start doing things really kind of correctly in terms of just getting the ball clear and not giving away easy opportunities like that one, they'll be okay.
Yeah, Cloud Fuel, kind of a tough position. He's in the net with 23 boost, and the problem being, you've got 23 boost. You can catch that ball off the bounce of that side wall. You have to realize that ball being wide of the net, you need to go shut that down immediately. That is the scenario we harp on all the time. Shut it down before it gets in a frame. He lets it come in and gets punished.
Absolutely. You have to be decisive and aggressive to it as long as you know that you can get there. You're absolutely right, Aships. 23 boost, more than enough to get out to make that play if you time it correctly off the near post.
Kyle. Little tip out into the corner. Actually put Jeremazing in a pretty decent spot to have a chance to regain possession. So now the Blizzard look to lock the series up at ones. They've got a nice, comfortable 2-goal lead, but 1:40 is plenty of time for any team in Rocket League. Cloud Fuel through one defender. How about two? Goes right through him. It's just wide and really jumped early at that ball. That's one where you need to manage your speed and make sure you get that pass out to midfield. Tried to do it all himself.
Yeah, he ran out of boost, didn't have any ability to recover, so he just tried to pre-jump, expecting the ball to go up a little bit higher on that one. I think if he just pulled the brakes, tried to wait for that one to come off, then made the play, might have had better success with that.
Well, clock continues to tick as we approach the 1-minute mark. Manatee crushed by Cloud Fuel. Follow through, not going to be from Jeremazing. Comes in late and gets diddled. Hard pinch off that side wall. Not as much power behind it as the Blizzard would have liked. Cloud Fuel plenty of time to recover. Out toward the corner. That is a beautiful challenge. Is Jeremazing there? He's a little late to the party, and it was a beautiful setup. A tough 50-50 against that back wall. And still no rewarded. Oh, wait. Can I try that again? No hashtag rewards.
No exclamation rewards? Oh, I just got timed out in chat. Rip me.
Ha 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 ha! Get wrecked as Manatee finds the lower left. That's going to put game 2 out of reach.
Yeah, 4-1 now as the Puffins getting bullied out of the way. Do you see that? Manatee taking both players out and then with 0 boost, picking up the ball and driving it into an open net. A great individual effort from the Sea Cow. And that will just about do it here in game 2.
Wait. You can get timed out as a mod in ML doubles.
I was kidding. I just wanted the people to. I wanted the people to understand that I feel their pain, even if I do control the ball.
Jay, you're no fun. No, I'm kidding. It's Kyle Murphy across the front of the net. Follow through, kept out by Jeremazing. Game 2 gonna come to a close here. The Blizzard able to rally nicely. Puffins had a chance to put a chokehold on the Blizzard in game number 2. Came up empty on a couple of big attempts. The big one that sticks out in my mind was the demo by Cloud Fuel and just crunching it off that back wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for the theory crafters in the chat now, that one loss putting the Puffins playoff hopes on a very slim margin to the point of they are in the 1 percentile for making it at the moment. They needed a 15-0 out to end the season, and that loss is going to put a huge damper on it. I think mathematically 2 keeps them alive, but by the slimmest of slim margins, 3 they are out for sure. So they really need to buckle down and try to win out these last 3 games.
The possibility rests ever so close to naught, but it still remains for the Puffins here, and they need to lock down the rest of this series. A 4-1, as you said, keeps them in the race, but very, very limited chances now. Cloud Fuel going to be lined up for the kickoff versus Manatee. Straight out to the side wall. Jeremazing wants to, actually got the wheels on it. Manatee pushes it towards the corner. Very patient challenge by Jeremazing. Cloud Fuel starting to crowd a little bit. Went for, I think, the demo. Actually almost ended up getting the redirect into the net. And the Puffins, they've had a fair bit of success generating some pressure off the kickoffs throughout the few games that we've seen. And it's really helped their early game in both of the games. They've struck first both times, but this time around, Blizzard able to come out on top.
Yeah, very unlucky to not get that goal, as Cloud just a little late on the demo, doesn't quite get the contact he wanted. Got a shot for his efforts, but ultimately a big hitbox in the way and they can't do anything with it. Just still feeling like they're playing a little bit squirrely, don't they, where they're rushing to things and trying to force the play to happen.
Ooh, Jeremazing, tough play to make, fits it through a very tight window. Cloud Fuel just needs to make his time touch here, rolls it, and a little bit of a exchange of paint as they push towards the blue net, and Cloud Fuel, very important to take his time, and did just that.
Yeah, it didn't have any boost on their Manatee getting the bump, but it put Cloud at a good angle to side flip that on the recovery and put that goalward with a decent amount of pace that kept Manatee out of reach of that ball. 1-0 Puffins here. They score first for the 3rd consecutive game, but we saw it last game at Chiefs. They gave up a number of unanswered ones in quick succession.
Huge touch off the back wall. Manatee over towards the left side. If that had more power and perhaps tighter angle, pretty much a nigh impossible save for Jeremazing. Cloud Fuel going to shut it down out of the corner. Manatee kept away. That's a nice little delay tactic out of the Puffins. Just pushed into the top right. Was sure Cloud was going to make it to that. Actually didn't have a lot of boost to work with, however.
And fortunately, 2 plays from the Puffins, weak touches to both of them. The final one by Jeremazing as he just pops that one up to nobody in particular with the front flip. And it left Cloud out on an island with not a lot of boost to work with. And the Puffins find themselves on the receiving end of an equalizer here in Game 3.
Yeah, actually, when I took a look at Cloud Fuel's camera there, it looked like he was going to be like, oh, I have time to go get boosted in the ball's in the middle of the pitch. And he just, you could see him, like, start thinking about how he was going to get back in net. Unfortunately, at that point, positioning too far off. And the Puffins have been under a fair bit of duress here by the Blizzard. If they have figured out how to keep possession, the boost command starting to really come in play as we see Kyle take away the corner boost of the Puffins. Will get pushed downfield. Cloud Fuel, this should be an easy one, and puts it home.
Cloud is playing right now like a man possessed at the moment, diving all over the pitch, looking for backfield demos, midfield demos, forecheck demos, ending up picking that one right off of the top of the Blizzard. I believe it was Kyle who got his pocket picked on that one. But that play needs to really be checked in, because if you do it at the wrong time with your teammate not in a position to be able to recover, you're going to be giving up.
Oh, you're kidding.
What?
Can we get F in the chat for Jeremazing's attempt?
Oh my. The slightest of wheel touches, I think, directed that in.
There are no words for that. It's honestly the worst feeling in the world when you bungle a save like that. As Cloud Fuel rolls one around, trying to get his team right back into it. It's going to be a long drive back for him. Jeremazing out of the corner, trying to buy plenty of time, and Manatee, we know Cloud Fuel nowhere to be seen currently. That will go right off a Puffin and into the net. Brutal.
Well, when it rains, it pours, and I know Cloud has been experiencing his share of that, dealing with the hurricane that's ripped through his area. As Manatee just hits that off of Jeremazing's dome piece, nothing that the Puffins can do, and that is more not like this in the chat. 3-2 for the Blizzard now.
Saving grace for the Puffins. They've got plenty of time to get it right back. However, I think it's very important for them to get it early, because I feel like the Puffins are down by only 1 goal, and you start getting under that 1 minute mark, then you start to see the squirrely play come out. They start to double commit. Cloud Fuel still going for those demos. Such a bully. See, tough save, gets a great read, but the follow through from Kyle the Murphy, so patient, but what a heck of an effort by Cloud Fuel, my goodness.
Yeah, he just kind of got stuck traveling back the same way as the ball. And as the initial play by Manatee comes in, he doesn't have anything he can do with it. Tries to turn around to clear it away on the tough save, but Kyle the Murphy able to drive that one through. And now it's 2 goals that the Puffins need to find to get themselves back in Game 3.
Not quite the cleanest clear. It will stay over on the Puffins half. Manatee high. Tough play for Jeremy. You're kidding. Cloud looked like he was going to go get that clear and then just stopped.
Yeah, he just inexplicably pulls the brake. Like, I don't have any analysis for that one. It's just, it's an awkward touch from Jeremazing that really didn't go anywhere. And then Cloud, I don't know if he had a moment or if his controller stopped or what happened, but it's 5-2 Blizzard now, and the Puffins are starting to resemble the Puffins of streams past.
Hashtag I blame Harvey. Kappa. For those of you who may not be aware, Cloud Fuel, of course, from Texas. His front yard basically looks like the Great Marsh from Lord of the Rings. And, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. So, hope his front lawn is able to recover and increase his property value. But as it stands right now, Manatee feeling a little happy as he slides off the top ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, you get a couple of goals in quick succession thanks to, let's be honest, they were gifts from the Puffins.
Wah wah. They get a couple of goals due to wah wah.
Right? Wah, wah. Easy muted trombone.
Kyle the Murphy now blasted downfield. 40 seconds remaining. The Puffins would like to get a goal here and move into game number 4 with a little bit of something behind them, because it has been a trial on defense for the past 2 or 3 minutes or so. Pretty decent chuck downfield from Jeremazing. Tough shot, just off target. Cloudfuel trying to get to one, doesn't quite get the half flip, but will secure that corner boost. Still in reverse, trying to get back to his own end. Should be a blast from Jeremazing. Is it on target? It's gonna be just wide. How about the follow-up? 0 seconds, and it's a boomer into the top right. They do close game 3 out 3-5. That is not gonna do it.
Nope, but it's a step in the right direction as they finally managed to get something going their way after a dismal sequence of about a minute and a half in the middle of that game. And it's an uphill battle now for the Puffins. They need to win the next 2 on the hop, as their playoff chances are all but evaporating here.
I was trying to figure out how they could be evaporating in the snow, but my brain isn't clever enough to come up with something smart enough. It's like, are Puffins Arctic birds, or are they just birds?
No, I'm pretty sure they're Arctic birds. I think that's why we.
Does that mean? It's like when you say the word like puffin to me, it's like I think of, because you know I'm American and uncultured, I think of some tropical, bird. I don't have much to go off beyond that.
All right, let's go to Google here while.
Ooh, yes. Let's pull up the monitor capture and. Let's do a Google with MLD J and the Chiefs.
I'm actually doing it on my phone because I'm lazy. I did monitor
come on.
My production values are low, please.
I'll bet you I beat you to it. Let's see. The Puffins
probably will.
Are any of 3 small species of alcids in the bird genus with a brightly colored beak during breeding season. This doesn't do anything for me.
They're mostly found in the North Pacific or the North Atlantic, so they are a northern bird.
All right.
So close enough to cold bird.
They're used to the cold. It'll be okay.
Also, Badgie in the chat, solid greater than gas equals sublimation.
Confirmed.
So, yeah, yes.
There, he's got it. He's bailed me out. Jeremazing, that's a pretty decent shot on target. Manatee, though, pushed that one away. 30 seconds gone already, and again, the Puffins generating the early pressure. The Blizzard have found the answers to all of that coming through, and that is a rifle of a shot into the Puffins net. And actually, just because Kyle the Murphy doesn't have the Sub-Zero goal explosion, I say that one doesn't count.
You know, I swore he had one at one point. I remember the Puffins having the Sub-Zero goal explosion. Not the Puffins, the Blizzard.
The Blizzard.
Having
right?
the Sub-Zero goal
back
explosion.
In like week 1.
Yeah, oh. Puffins.
Let's take a gander here.
What happened?
Delayed kickoff.
Very
Cloud
delayed
Fuel.
kickoff.
Yeah, they just get beat.
Take the shot, nobody goes, rip.
Yeah, pretty much. Rip is the right way to put it. And Kyle Murphy in that Manatee. It's really not hard to get under the ball and just loft it over the late defender. Got to really be expecting that ball to go up if you're late to the kickoff. As 1 minute in, the Blizzard seem to be cruising already. No touch from Kyle. Manatee to continue applying pressure. But this is a little bit of a breakaway opportunity here for the Puffins. Just need to get this ball out to the midfield, and that is what makes 2v2 so difficult. Cloudfuel thinking he can go for the demo in that scenario. If you're playing 3v3s, yes, do it. But you can't do that in 2v2. You need to be ready to receive the pass. Just like that. Easy peasy.
Just like that. You know, I think it was Casey Scragg in the chat bringing up a quote from Stream's past where hitting the ball is an important part of Rocket League.
It is very important.
And Cloudfuel doing just that, getting on the end of that one. Is a difficult pass to make too because it actually went across his body as he jumped up for that one. But the Puffins within one here, they get one of the 2 awkward goals back. Now they need another one here and then a couple more for good measure. They need these wins now.
What a win from Cloudfuel right there to push things over into the Blizzard side of things. Great tap around from Jeremazing, but no problem for Manatee. Not the strongest clear chance to capitalize from Cloudfuel, gone by the wayside, and it's going to be a bit of a scramble here for the Puffins as Kyle I'd go to the left side, and a nice challenge from Jeremazing at the top of the box. Actually was just wide, I think. Manatee still able to get the nose on it. Follow through from Jeremazing. Just wide of the mark. As we approach halftime here, and my math is correct, right? This is game 4, right?
This is game 4. Blizzard currently lead 2-1 here in both game and series. And right now the Puffins, for all their forays forward, they just don't seem to get the second and third chances that really break down a defense.
Ooh,
and
what?
they give them, what? 2-0.
What? No. You're kidding. They had them all beat. Just, who cares who takes the ball? Man.
I got it. You take it, and 3-1 Blizzard.
I mean, that's a good challenge for Manatee. Cloud Fuel a little bit too aggressive on his angle. Not quite reading the speed of the ball to perfection. That allowed Kyle Murphy to come home, slam at home. But man, this game should be 2-2 right now. That is brutal if you're the Puffins.
Somebody has to step up, be a selfish person, and take that ball down to the other team's net.
I believe we already said it. Hitting the ball is an important part of Rocket League.
I agree.
Manatee off the back wall. Nobody there as Kyle finds himself patiently waiting in the midfield. Boomer of a clear from Cloud Fuel. How about 2-3 touches? Jeremazing conceding still a little too much space. Fake Kappa. As Cloud Fuel now back towards his own side. Cannot quite come up with this one. A little bit of physical play coming in from Jeremazing this time around. Not letting Kyle Murphy take possession cleanly. Will secure that corner boost of the Puffins, however. Delay this push downfield a little bit. Cloud Fuel needing to get that clear upfield rather than off the side and out towards center. As Jeremazing not quite set on defense yet. Has the boost. His teammate Cloud Fuel sitting at about half, pinched towards net, kept away, no problem.
Really good
Final
defense right now.
minute. Sorry, after you.
Okay.
No. I'm just gonna interrupting you. Sorry to say.
It's fine. It's fine, Ashies. We're both tired. Neither one of our handoffs are the smoothest right now. But the Puffins are playing great defense right now. They just cannot transition to offense right now. And they're, like I said, there are few opportunities forward. They're just out of sync with one another, and it's really showing right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it's in such stark contrast to what we saw of the Puffins in Game 1. I mean, they looked a clean Rocket League. They were playing very clean Rocket League, and it feels like since really that demo attempt from Cloud Fuel and the botched shot from Jeremazing back in, what was that, Game 2?
Yeah, Game 2.
It's kind of been all downhill from there.
What did we say about the Puffins at the start of this? That they have found ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory more times than not this season? It's almost an art, you could say. As game number 4 will find its way onto the ground, the Blizzard win 3-1. Instead of going 2-2 into overtime, they advance into game number 5. Blizzard is sitting pretty, and it is, like you said, it's a dogfight at the top of this Arctic division between the Blizzard and the Foxes. And unfortunately for the Puffins now, with 3 losses on the docket, I think the math will confirm that their playoff aspirations in their expansion season are over and done with. So commiserations to them. It was a good run, it was a valiant effort, but ultimately will fall short in their expansion season.
There is a consolation prize to being mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, Jay. Because now you get to play spoiler for 2 weeks, and that is always fun.
Yeah, it's true. Being a spoiler is fun, because you get to ruin everybody else's playoff dreams.
So liberating. It's like the most petty competitive mindset ever, but boy does it feel good. Cloud Fuel. Actually not a decent little chip out into the midfield, the problem being Manatee reading the play nicely. Not as much early game pressure generated by the Puffins this time around. In fact, it goes the way of the Blizzard, and it is pounded into the middle of the net.
Don't quite catch it on the replay, but Cloudfield's decision to jump up and slam the ball into the corner facing his own net is what sets up this play here. Rather than control the ball, take the time and space that he's afforded to bring that ball close to the car and really have a plan, he just smacks it out of his control. Manatee picks it off out front for Kyle, 1-0 Blizzard.
Amazing chance to set up a pass here. Didn't quite get the height he would have liked on it. Cloudfuel very patient back in his own half. No touch from Kyle. Does he bomb this downfield? Tries to get it past Manatee quickly, but reading the angle nicely. Shutting it down early was Manatee. Amazing not quite able to accomplish the same success, and Cloudfuel goes right into the net, can't recover, and again into the center.
Well, Cloud gets the demo on Manatee, who had the first shot, but unfortunately, Amazing swings and misses completely on that one. A double commit to that ball as neither player for the Puffins gets the ball out from in front of the goal. And inside a minute, 2-0 now.
And the other thing that confuses me, Cloudfuel, after he got the demo, like, he was so close to his net and he just flipped right into it. If he doesn't flip and just drives, he's in position to at least have a chance at that ball. He literally took himself out of the play by flipping into the back of his own net.
Might have just been a little bit too much of an adrenaline rush. You know, you get through the guy that's about to score a goal and you're like, okay, let's go, and you kind of just keep going supersonic. It's really hard to hit those brakes sometimes in these cars. And
no! Nailed it.
Okay.
See, now, if you were watching Kyle Murphy's camera, this is what it looks like when you fail trying to catch a ball cleanly.
Yep, that is about the long and the short of that one.
Whoops. No problem. Great pass from Kyle to Manatee. Manatee says, great pass, no problem, calculated. And that's when they all go, hang on, wait a second, wrong goal. Now, the Puffins at least able to get one back, perhaps not in the fashion they'd like, but maybe that's all they needed to really get themselves going, and that will indeed be the case. Cloudfuel. It's just Mr. Destructoid, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. The demo coming out to work this time. Amazing actually waits on this one, doesn't panic. Not the cleanest touch, but you know what? When there's nobody in net, that's all you need is just to get it on target. And Cloudfuel finally paying off with that physical play. And his teammate ties the game at 2.
Oh, but a great little deke from Manatee right there on a very tight angle, trying to figure out how to get it out to midfield, and a beautiful challenge from Amazing, gonna spike down towards this Blizzard half. Tough shot for Cloud. Double commit from the Blizzard. Chance for the Puffins here to give a little bit of time to reset. Cloudfuel is all the way back on this Puffins half. He needs to make a touch on this ball to make sure no follow-through comes through. Problem being, put it right in the center of the pitch. Amazing, however, ready. Manatee towards the back wall, no problem. Out into space. Who got that corner boost? Manatee comes up with it. He's sitting at the top of the box with 91. Cloudfuel in net with 23. No touch from Amazing. Cloudfuel. Plenty of boost to do just about anything. 35 is enough to get almost anywhere at any place. And you would really like for Amazing to secure this clear so they can go ahead and get a chance to take the lead. Another demo and a 1-2 tap from Amazing out of the midfield. The Puffins out in front.
Unfortunately for Manatee, he controls the ball down for Amazing, who gets a great ground and air dribble there. One touch to lift it, a second one over top of the challenge from Kyle, and that is a great play to take the lead here just under halftime.
Amazing. First of the kickoff. It looked like it was slightly delayed for Manatee. A nice delayed challenge again out of the corner as Cloud tries to roll one in. And Kyle would love to have that chance back. It would have been tough to get it past Amazing, but either way, you'd like to take any chances you can get. But with 2 minutes remaining, I'm sure the Blizzard not too particularly worried. Still seeing a few double commits from the Blizzard. It's a little interesting how often Manatee and Kyle Murphy jump at the ball at the same time. The good thing is they both don't super commit for the ball. Whoever realizes they're in the wrong does at least limit that mistake. But that is something to work on.
And
Why? Why?
Oh,
You had time.
And fortunately, both the Blizzards stacked up right there. Manatee putting the shot right into Amazing, and he just lobs it downfield. Kyle, I don't think he knew he had a little bit of time to be able to catch that one down. Just a bit of a reactionary touch puts it right into the net. 4-2 Puffins. Can they defend the 2-goal lead achieves? I think yes.
I think they can. Will they is another story entirely. But honestly, watching that goal get scored from Kyle's perspective, I think there's a simple fix for why he didn't get that ball. If he takes ball cam off and doesn't tunnel vision it, two things happen for him. One, he gets to drive back down that center line of boost pennies, and he's able to guarantee he has enough boost to get around to the proper side of the ball. And two, he's able to get a little bit better read of the speed on the ball down the pitch because you get that forward perspective back towards your own half. So if you ever find yourself getting the ball smashed over your head real quick, take off ball cam, as Manatee will roll one into the lower right-hand side.
And the Puffins a little bit aggressive to that one there, as both of them getting picked off in the offensive corner. Manatee says, thank you very much, I'll take the open net. And it's a 1-goal game.
1-goal game indeed. The Blizzard going to go 4-1 on the Puffins after the Puffins open the series with a win. And from there on out, it's been teeny tiny mistakes that have cost them big wins. Manatee towards the side. A little tied up with the net. Chance for Cloud. Dead center. No problem for Kyle Murphy. 1-2 for Manatee. This should be an easy one. You're kidding. Still goes in, and they are thankful that one didn't have more power behind it.
Well, Cloud with the triple OK in the quick check there, as Manatee just gets enough on that to loft it goalwards. And then Kyle should have buried it. Manatee just flashing by, but Cloud giving them way too much time and space as he went for boost over ball. And, okay, I take back my question I asked earlier. Can they hold the lead? Sure, they can. Will they? Well,
no.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Final 10 seconds. Manatee kept away by Cloud Fuel. That's a great pass out towards the middle of the box. Kyle Murphy does not want to give up the long bomb, however, and just chose to wait in the midfield instead of trying to take it in regulation. This is, I believe, our first overtime of the night. It comes in Game 5 with the Blizzard versus the Puffins.
I think you're right. I don't remember another overtime. I think we were.
And Cloud closes it out 6 seconds in. All right.
I think he's got to be somewhere.
He doesn't. He's had enough of this silly game and its nonsense, and has decided to go work on the RLCS instead, and puts the Blizzard down in Game 5.
Yeah, really good aggressive play from Cloud Fuel out of the kickoff there. We're able to just drive that one past the Blizzard defense. 5 shots, 5 goals for the Puffins. Somehow 2 saves for the Blizzard. Oh, right, because there's that own goal and some other some other shenanigans.
Involved. Hey, nice word.
But
well,
still not enough to stay in the playoff race, Chiefs.
Not enough, and that honestly, it feels kind of bad if you're the Puffins guys, because considering that there's almost no doubt in my mind that if there's a team we've seen more on stream than any other, it would almost certainly be the Puffins. And it's been one of the toughest seasons to watch for these guys, because you can go back and watch all the weeks, and there's been one singular moment, it feels like, in all of their games that have just put them on that downward slope. And unfortunately, they get the same thing here in Week 8. They are able to rally in Game 5. And take another one, and starting off the series in stellar fashion, but it's just that middle ground that always finds a way, it seems.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just struggle a bit too much with trying to close out the series, and it started with that Week 2 one on Neo Tokyo, when they ended up giving away the 3 or 4-1 lead in Game 5, losing it in regulation. And it just seemed like it went downhill from there on the season. But they'll be able to pick themselves up, play spoiler a little bit for their Arctic Division rivals, as they don't want to see any of them, barring the division winner, getting into the hotly contested playoffs. But that's going to do it for us here on the MLE Network. A short week for us due to a lot of stuff going on. You and I both involved with the RLCS qualifiers hosted by us, as well as Shift Pro League this weekend. And we'll be back, hopefully, to our regular schedule of at least a good 6 or 7 matchups on Week 9 as we bring you things live from, I believe, DFH Stadium on the run-in to the playoffs, as we finally get to visit the most used tournament arena of all time.
I think I've seen that one before. You should
know-
call an audible. Tell you what. Since we're going to all standard maps, call an audible and go to Manfield Night.
That's week 10.
Oh, never mind. Keep it.
There you go. All right, guys. A big thank you, as always, to the moderation crew and the graphics team for all the work that they put in, as well as Achieves for joining me on a short notice, as always, because I do not plan ahead like I should. And if you guys haven't already noticed, the sub badge is approved. The emotes are coming, so if you guys are already a subscriber, or if you want to subscribe, we've got our partnership status. We've got emotes on the way. It's hype time. Please give us your money. We appreciate every penny that
Sell
you
out,
guys
Jay.
give us. For myself and Achieves, I've been Inanimate. You can follow me on Twitter at Inanimate. Follow him at AchievesRL. And follow the league at ML Doubles. And you can check us out as well on Teespring. There is a store command in the chat, and pick up a t-shirt with one of our logos on it. You can put all of the money that we would have profited from that towards one of our partner charities. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. I promise this time Behind the Goal airing at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern with myself and one of my guests, probably Dazarin, but maybe I'll see a Chiefs in there. You never quite know. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have yourselves a good start to your week. And as always, keep the boost canisters full and the demolitions clean.
And the tragedies and set our spirits free.